In this video, we're going to dive a bit deeper into the workspace types. As mentioned in the previous video, there are three main use cases for Traleado. If we have a look, we've got a leads workspace, a client requests workspace, and a direct requests workspace. So I'll start off with the leads workspace. The leads workspace is a workspace you would use if you were a lead seller and you were selling leads to your clients on a pay-per-lead basis through the Traleado platform. So as you generate leads, they come into the workspace and then they're assigned out to your lead buyers or partners, as we call them. So the first thing we'll look at here is obviously the board. This is where the leads come in. As they're generated, you may have them come through from an integration via Zapier, or you might use our native meta ads integration, or you might add them manually. It's up to you. You can see there's different areas here for the leads to go into. Now that's called a workflow. Okay, so if we wanted to jump into the workflow at the moment, we just hit edit workflow. This is where you can see the starting stage would be assigned once it's assigned to a lead buyer, or purchased. Okay, if it's once it's been purchased by a lead buyer. You can add working stages if you want to add or understand what's happening with the lead through working spaces, like if the lead has been quoted and then if the lead has been installed and so forth. Ending stages obviously being won and lost. Now as a lead seller, you might only care about if the lead's been purchased or not, but if you did want to capture that extra data about what's happening with the leads, you can do so. Looking at the starting stage, we've got it set as assigned. That would be when you've made the lead available to the lead buyers. They will be notified that they have a lead available to purchase. You can set a deadline for them to accept or decline the lead, and you can set assignment prompts such as email, or if you integrate your Twilio account, you can send an SMS from Traleado automatically every time lead is assigned. You can also customize the email that goes out to your lead buyer, and you can also send a notification to the lead itself if you like. Looking at the workflow, you can see how you can build out the working stages, so it's pretty neat. Next we'll jump into the workspace. So with the workspace type, you can see we've got leads here, tracking leads to assigned partners. Now with the workflow, if you've built it out and you want to make sure that your lead buyers are forced to move the lead through the stages that you want to collect the information on to know where the lead is at, you just move this toggle to strict. Otherwise, if it's on flexible, they could take it from stage 1 over to stage 5 if they desired. You can also set an auto follow-up to prompt partners if they need to update leads and statuses. So that's pretty handy. Now, if we jump into the partners tab here, you can see this is where all your lead buyers would be listed. Now, if you're selling leads only on the Traleado marketplace, this isn't going to be of much use for you. You're not going to use it much because you will have your leads automatically go over into the marketplace. You're not having to assign them to your own clients. But as an example, we'll have a look at the partners here. As leads come in, partners have their preferences. So say Brooklyn Simmons here, we can have a look at Brooklyn's service areas. Now, there it is in Sydney. So services Cabramatta and a radius of 12 miles around Canley Vale, Cabramatta, Liverpool, that sort of area in Sydney. So that means any leads that come through that are generated in that area, they could be a good match for Brooklyn, may want to purchase them. So Traleado will know to assign that lead to them automatically if that's what you've set. So we'll have a look at how we set that now. If we jump into our forms, all of the data capture of Traleado runs off of the forms. This is where you integrate your Zapier, or if you even just want to embed this form on your landing page, you can do so. So this is where you build your form. First thing you do is obviously give your form a form name. Then this is really important, where to assign the leads. In this use case that we're discussing at the moment, you would keep it on Workspace because we're assigning leads to our own clients, not the marketplace. If we toggle this to the marketplace, the leads will bypass your Workspace and go directly into the marketplace, which we'll cover in later videos. We want to assign a category for our leads. So our clients, our partners who are buying leads from us, will be buying them in certain categories. If you generate leads for more than one industry, then generally you would have a leads workspace for each of the industries to keep everything nice, clean, and segmented. But you can select the category for the leads that you're generating so that the partners, or the right partners, are notified every time that there is a lead available for them. It works with the matching of Traleado, so Traleado knows to match the right lead buyer to the right leads. You can then set a price. We'll cover this in a later video, but you connect your Stripe Connect account through Traleado, and then you're able to sell the leads. Now, obviously there's a name, email, and address required field for generating a lead. You can then add any other fields that you need to capture. Phone number is obviously an important one. And then you can also add, if you capture any other details like information about the job that they need or whatever it is that the lead information that you need to capture is, you can capture that. So once this form is configured the way that you need it, you can set the matching rules. So you can set match leads with partners service areas, create that as a rule. You can create partner minimum performance rules, things like that. You know, if they've got a minimum success rate that they need to hit to be able to get new leads, things like that. You can obviously configure that all in here. And then the auto assign. This is the really useful feature. You don't want to be, manually assigning all of the leads that you're generating to all of the different lead buyers that you have, because that would be a real time suck. You want that to be automated. So we want this feature on, auto assign leads captured via this form. The assignment type is you can offer lead exclusively to one partner at a time, and then that would tie back in with the workflow settings here. If they don't accept it after a day, you can prompt them, and then after that, if they still haven't accepted it and whatnot, you can change and offer it to a different lead buyer. You can offer a lead to multiple lead buyers, multiple partners, and the first to accept it is the one, or the first to purchase it is the one to obviously get that lead. You can then also offer lead to multiple partners. Multiple partners could buy the lead from you. So that essentially means if you're selling a lead for $50, you could potentially sell it to 3 different partners who want to quote on that job or that lead. So you'd make $150 on that one singular lead. The auto assign settings here are really important. So if you want to assign to the nearest match partner, that's where the geolocation rule of Traleado comes in. You can assign it to the highest performing partner, and so forth. Different rules here. Obviously, if the lead time's out, the partner doesn't accept it, you can reroute it to the next best match. So choosing these and configuring these means your lead allocation to your clients, to your lead buyers, becomes automated, so that you don't have to manually assign those leads to the buyers that you have.